Welcome into Inside the NBA. I'm your host, Angela Kim. The men in green are leading the NBA after dropping their first two games. The Celtics are hot and atop the Eastern Conference. Last night, Toronto was in town, and our reporter Kayla Tyler is at TD Garden with more. Kayla.
Thanks, Angela. And as you said, the Celtics are hot, despite playing without their star player, Kyrie Irving, who went out with that facial fracture against Charlotte just a couple nights ago. Luckily, though, they had Al Horford coming back after his two-game absence after his concussion. He had 21 points in the win, and then we had Terry Rozier coming off the bench to add another 16 in Kyrie's absence. We'll head to TD Garden to check out the fourth quarter highlights and see how they fared without the star. Here we have DeMar one-on-one against Horford, and swish, he makes it a 1-point game. He's got 6 straight for Toronto. Now Smart with a nice lob look underneath to Horford. He slams it, and the Celtics are up 3. And here Rozier finds Jason Tatum. The Duke grad drives, and a nice finish for him makes it a 2-possession game. Switching on, and Toronto's coming down on offense. We have Kyle Lowry with the ball. He's going to make a great finish. He had 19 in the game. Now 17 seconds left. A big rebound for Jason Tatum. The Toronto Raptors are going to have to foul, but an offensive foul call against Jason Tatum. You'll see he sweeps through and catches Van Fleet in the face here. It goes under review, but the ball would go back into the hands of Toronto. It's a 1-point game here. 11 seconds left. Lowry with the ball. Marcus Smart on him. He finds DeRozan. He's got ground. Makes it move. 5 seconds left. Spins, fades, shot is up, but he doesn't get the roll, and the Celtics go on to win at the buzzer in a thriller. Now, the Celtics are the first team in NBA history to drop their first 2 games and then go on to earn a 12-game win streak. And Angela, this is despite the fact that they have suffered so many injuries so far in this young season.
And Kayla, as we saw, the Celtics were playing without Kyrie, but can the team continue to keep this winning streak alive without him?
Yeah, Angela, that's been the big question. Of course, the Celtics don't want to do that, but are they capable? The answer, I think, is yes, as we've seen for the last 2 games. Some would argue that defensively, as a unit, they're better with Kyrie off the court. But, of course, the team wants the ball in his hands down the stretch. They're confident in him, as they should be. So anticipate that he will be returning later this week against the Nets. But look out for one of those facial masks as he wants to protect and not go down with a concussion that would leave him out longer. Reporting live from TD Garden, I'm Kayla Tyler.
Thanks, Kayla. When we come back, the Ithaca College football team heads to the ECAC Bowl Fest. More on that after the break. Welcome into Inside the NBA. I'm your host, Angela Kim. The men in green are leading the NBA after dropping their first 2 games. The Celtics are hot and atop the Eastern Conference. Last night in Toronto was our reporter Kayla Tyler's there at TD Garden with more.
Thanks, Angela. And as you said, the Celtics are hot right now, despite playing without their star player in Kyrie Irving, who did suffer that facial fracture just a couple nights ago against Charlotte. The question, though, could they win without him? They've done it so far. Luckily, they had Al Horford coming back from his 2-game absence after suffering a concussion. He dropped 21 against Toronto. And then we had Terry Rozier coming off the bench and adding 16 in Kyrie's absence. We'll take a look at the fourth quarter highlights. It was a tight game here. In the fourth quarter, we had DeMar DeRozan one-on-one against Horford. Swish, and it's a 1-point game in the fourth. He had 6 straight for Toronto right there. Now Smart with a nice lob pass underneath to Horford. He slams it, and the Celtics are up 3. Now Rozier coming off the top finds Jason Tatum, and the Duke grad drives, makes a great move, and finishes, makes it a 2-possession game. Toronto now on the offensive attack. Kyle Lowry bringing it up the court, driving, attacking, and he finishes. He'd have 19 in the game. Now 17 seconds left. Big rebound for Tatum. Toronto's going to have to foul, but there's an offensive foul call on Tatum. We'll watch it. He sweeps through right there and catches Van Fleet in the face. It does go under review, but the ball gets back into the hands of Toronto with just 12 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. Lowry with the ball. He finds DeRozan. He's got ground. He's going to make a move. 5 seconds left. Spins, fades, but he doesn't get the roll, and the Celtics move on to win at the buzzer. Now, the Celtics are the first team in NBA history to drop their first 2 games and then go on to earn a 12-game win streak, Angela, and this is despite all of the injuries they faced so far in the young season.
Right, Kayla, because as we saw, the Celtics were playing without Kyrie, but the question is, can the team continue to keep this winning streak without him?
Absolutely, Angela, that's been the question, and they're hoping, of course, that they don't have to do that. They're confident in his abilities down the stretch, especially. The team wants the ball in his hands, but luckily they do have some people to step up. When one goes down, the next steps up. They are a very deep team and a very resilient team. And some actually argue that they're a better defensive unit with him off the court. Anticipate, though, that he will be back, hopefully this week against the Nets, but look out for that facial mask on his face to protect against a future concussion. Reporting live from TD Garden, I'm Kayla Tyler.
Thanks, Kayla. When we come back, the Ithaca College football team heads to the ECAC Bowl. Fast more on that after the break.